Tim, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Mike.
Egregious Beak. This is exciting.
Hey, what's up?
A lot. We have to get to not only reactions, we've got winners and losers.
Mhm.
We've got our records review. I think there are themes that come out of week one. I think there's just a lot to cover. So if you are ready, I'd like to present to you the weekend reactions brought to you by Old Nation Brewing Company, home of the Raspberry Creamsicle M43. And they do remind you to please drink responsibly.
Now that raspberry creamsicle, that's what you had at your house Saturday night?
Yes.
Took in the game with
Yes.
that? Yes. You
Yes.
treated me to, I'm trying to give you some love. I mean, you gave me that. You gave, what was the brisket that you soaked in the Dr. Pepper?
Now that was you've had pulled pork.
Yes.
That's shredded beef.
Okay.
So you take chuck roast, you use a rub of your choice. I used a cherry-based rub from Heath Riles Barbecue.
Okay.
Not a sponsor, but they make great
whatever.
stuff. Smoke it for about 4 hours. Then you pour, I used zero sugar Dr. Pepper because you don't need extra. And then a jar of barbecue sauce I really, really like by a barbecue company called Cosmos. That's another 3 hours. Tented, you braise it, shred it, and then you have a little sandwich with some. You don't do coleslaw or pickle. You're a plain Jane.
But I had two of them, and they were both phenomenal.
We had a delightful barbecue dinner watching Texas A&M gag on their own balls. We'll get to it. But let's dial in. I want to start the week. Let's just not bury the headline. Here are your records. 7-6 for you, 5-6 last week, 8-3 for me, 7-3 last week. We have your favorite bet, and then we have what is your kind of biggest bet regret, the bet that bothered you the most.
Okay. The bet that I loved was Georgia laying 13.5. I felt so good. I know it was a slow start, but I believed in them all the way, and they won going away. And it cements the point I made about Dabo in the preseason.
Yes.
More on him later.
Yes, momentarily.
But that was my favorite. The one that kills me. So I'm watching Miami, Ohio. I'm one of two people watching them face Northwestern. And Mike?
You need like a friends and family password to stream that game.
Well, it's either that or the super late night Arizona State, Wyoming. But anyway, Miami, late in the game, they're down in the red zone, 3rd and 4.
You got Martined.
Chuck Martin,
you got
3rd and 4, runs the ball in the red zone, and the announcers go, you might be upset that he ran it there, but keep in mind, it's probably because they're going to go for it on 4th down. Wait for it.
You got Martin.
TV timeout, they kick a field goal. Buddy, I need a touchdown. You're down 10, I need a touchdown. When are you going to get down in the red zone again? This has been a defensive game. I need you to score a touchdown. Why'd you run it on 3rd and 4 if you're not going to go for it on 4th down? So that caused my blood to boil, and then I could hear you in my head going, why did you bet this game to begin with?
You got Martin.
You got Martin. The other game I mentioned was late in the night. I had since gone home, was keeping an eye on it. Wyoming, Arizona State. I had the under 48.5. Do you know what happened in that game?
No. You think I was watching that horse shit? I told you not to mess with that game.
Arizona State got up 48-0.
Oh, God, my poor Pokies.
They were just destroying them.
Steer a year, Evan.
Wyoming scores a garbage time touchdown at the very end of the game.
That'll do it.
Seconds to go. My under's fucked.
Favorite bet for me, well, my favorite bet was probably UNLV. I was just super confident in it all summer long. I love the fact the line got bumped out to 3.5 for bettors versus 2.5, but I took 2.5 gladly. It didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
UNLV blew their doors off.